Okay. Going, are we good? Yes. Let me just pop out the chat. Oh, wrong thing. Chat. Okay. Here we go. Hi. Let's get this back up on screen. There we go. Turn that down a little bit so I can think. All right. Whoop. Take those off. Let's just, where'd the chat go? Chat. Can we have that up at the same time? No? Okay. Well, of course we have a technical difficulty right in the beginning. Let me just figure out how to get the chat where I can see it. Why can't... Sorry. Oh, let me try this. Just go. Halfsies with it. Okay. That should work. Yeah. Now I can see what you guys are saying to me. Hi, Cassie and Adrian? I'm not sure how that's pronounced. I'm sorry. But welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope you have your sketchbooks or your notebooks or a drink or something. Just, I'm just going to be doodling, just drawing, and just chatting with you guys. And you can ask me questions about my art or my life or whatever, and I'll try to answer them as best I can. Let me know if for some reason like the drawing stops, or if you can't see my face, or if you can't hear me. Can you hear the music and my voice all right? I think everything's fine, but yeah, let's just get to doodling. Now I just have to think of something to draw. Okay, good. You can hear the music and my voice, and hopefully my voice is louder than the music so you can hear what I'm saying. I am so excited for this and so nervous because I've never done anything like this before and I want to do a good job. So I'm just going to draw how I'm feeling right now. Also, I'm not wearing my glasses because I always forget which one it's called. I'm nearsighted. Yeah, I can see what's up close to me. So if I wear my glasses while I'm on the computer or while I'm drawing, I get a super bad headache. So not gonna wear them during this. Sorry if that's disappointing. I hope everyone's doing okay despite all of this craziness. I don't really want to talk about it a whole lot here, just because I feel like it's all anybody's hearing about right now, and this live stream drawing date thing is really supposed to be a break from it. But I just want everyone to know that, I don't know, I just hope you're doing okay. I know for some people this is really easy because it's more natural for them to, you know, just introverts. More natural to stay alone or just recharge by themselves, and I used to think I was like that, but I'm finding out more and more that I'm quite an extroverted person. I really do. I like to go out, I like to see people, I like to visit friends and spend time with people. Not that introverts don't like to do that, but I found myself actually going quite stir crazy being stuck in my house all the time. And I'm really lucky because I have a really big yard, and my house is, I live in a house with a couple of other people, so I'm not completely alone, but it's still driving me a little bit crazy. And so I just feel lucky that I have a bigger house and a yard to, you know, like play in and go out in, but I don't know. It's still not very fun. Oh, that's not a good color. What have you guys been doing to, like, I don't know, stave off the boredom, I guess? I want to know. Give me ideas. I'm kind of out of ideas. I literally just played... God, what's it called? Animal Crossing for, like, 6 hours today. It's not good. Drawing and reading is good. I've been drawing a lot. I have been reading. I keep telling myself, like, oh, I should read something. That would be a good idea. But, I just haven't yet. Probably make myself do that here pretty soon. Also, I'm sorry, like, if... Oh, you're making a webtoon comic! That's exciting. Can you say what it's about, or is it a secret? I was gonna say, I'm sorry if, like, my face looks really, like, angry. I don't know, I have kind of a resting bitch face. And I didn't really know that until recently, so I haven't quite got it under control yet, but, if I look really grumpy, I'm not grumpy. Or, like, upset. Or anything. I'm having a really good time. That's just my face. Also, like, feel free to, like, ask me to draw stuff. Like, I will do stuff. I don't really have any ideas, surprisingly. It's like when someone asks you what your favorite song is, and all of a sudden you forget, like, every song that you know. Oh, you teach online? What do you teach, Adrian? I forgot already. Adrian? Oh, more dancing. You were the one who asked me to do the dancing bugs. That was really cute. Yes, I will definitely draw some more of those. Ghibli movies is always a good option. The music I'm playing right now is actually like jazz versions of Studio Ghibli songs, if you probably noticed that though. dancing bugs it is. I don't know what this thing is. But he's cute. So Patience has got a lot of cute ideas. Draw myself as a cute ghoul or monster of some kind. I mean, I've drawn myself as a dinosaur before. I guess I could do something with that. But I'm kind of feeling these dancing bugs right now. This like jazzy music is making me want to draw cute little dancing things. I think I'll stick with that for a little bit. That is true. It's hard to go wrong with cute little critters dancing their little hearts out. I should animate one. I should. I'm gonna animate one. Sorry, just a second. Oh my goodness. That's funny. It's a little too fast. Look at him go. Okay, what else should I draw after I'm done with this old dude? Maybe I'll maybe I'll draw. I started watching what did I start watching? Oh, I know what I'll sorry. I know what I'll draw. I'll draw my Animal Crossing character. Are they called amiibos, I think? She cute. I have Animal Crossing New Leaf, and I don't really know how it differs from the new game because I just started playing. I mean, obviously I knew what Animal Crossing was, but I just started actually playing it last night, and so I don't know if like in the new game you can really customize your character aside from what you can do in New Leaf, which is like, you know, getting different clothes and accessories like glasses and hats and shoes and stuff. But I still think my girl's pretty cute, so I'll draw her when I'm done with Dancing Bug. I'm glad that Dancing Bug is calming for you, Eden. It's really calming to draw him. I find that animating is really calming for me because it's such a repetitive process. I mean, I kind of have to be in the right mood for it, but I find it really therapeutic. I've almost always found really things that other people find really tedious, I've found kind of relaxing, like sorting things, or counting things, or assembling things, or animating. I think it's really calming. It's kind of nice to be able to just lose yourself in it and kind of focus on something else at the same time. He's almost done. He sure knows how to boogie. Right now, let's add some little cheekies on him. Some little cheeks. Cheeks! Ugh, I love cheeks. Make everything cuter. Okay, let's see him go. Whoop. Ready? There he goes! Oh, he's so cute! Maybe slow him down a little bit. Yes! Dance! He needs some little music bars. Let's do this. Do any of you play video games? I don't really play video games a whole lot. I mean, Animal Crossing and like Pokemon are kind of the extent of my very limited repertoire. But I'd like to know what you guys are playing because I know that that's what it's kind of like all we have to do is play video games and talk to each other. God forbid we talk to each other. Alright. There he goes. Yay! Oh, he's cute. I'm in love with him. Okay. Alright, my amiibo character. I'm glad this is really calming for everybody. Or at least for Adrian and Eden. But, that was kind of the point, so that makes me really happy. Now I just have to remember what she looks like. Because my DS is somewhere else. And we can all hear and see everything okay still. I feel like I'm drawing like a mix between a Playmobil character and like a character from Adventure Time. I haven't really been playing Animal Crossing long enough to know the aesthetic by heart. To know like the art style. So I'll just make it whatever the heck I want. It's really just, the clothes are really the only like, personalizing, is that a word? Identifying, differentiating factors on the playable characters, so that's what matters. It does, doesn't it? I was thinking that when I was drawing it. I was like, gosh, this is very, very Wirt-esque. I thought that when I bought the hat, too. It's not like, it's not quite as pointy in the game as it is in the show. It's more of like a mix between like a beanie and Wirt's gnome hat. But it's still very cute. The sound stopped working? Hello, Elise. I'm just gonna double check it on my end just to make sure that it's not me. Okay. No, the audio is working on my end, so hope you can get it working, Zobi. Okay, yeah. Well, hello, Elise. Welcome to the stream. No, I just don't like that. Oh, good. I'm glad you got it working again. I should have should have written down like a list of things to talk about. But I'm also not used to talking while I draw. But I want to talk to you guys. I want to hear your questions. I want to answer them if you have any. It's also totally possible that you guys don't have any questions. Yeah, I don't know if you were here when I mentioned this, but this is my, I'm drawing my Animal Crossing amiibo right now. Are they called amiibos? I think they're called amiibos. I don't know. I just started playing it yesterday, and I don't know what I'm talking about. But, I'm drawing my character, because she's super cute. I'm super bummed because I'm such a noob. I started a version of the game. What Procreate pen and pencil tool do I use? Old ones. Well, okay, so I bought this iPad. Like it was a refurbished older iPad when I bought it in 2018, which is 2 years ago. And the Apple Pencil is the first gen Apple Pencil. It's the, you know, the one with the detachable charging cover. And I bought that brand new 2 years ago. So they're pretty old. Well, they're not old, but they're not the like newest models of stuff, but they still work really wonderfully for me, and so I'll probably just keep using them until they fall apart and I have to buy new ones. I don't remember what I was saying about Animal Crossing. It's okay. I've been fishing a lot in Animal Crossing. Oh, congratulations, Elise! That's so exciting. I remember the first piece of digital art I ever that I ever did, and I was so excited and so proud of it. And I'm still proud of it, even though it's really old and not as good as the stuff I do now. But I'm still proud of it because it was the first digital art piece I ever did, and that's really exciting. What did you draw? I want to know what you drew. I wish that, well, I guess it wouldn't really be a very good idea, but it would be cool if there was like a photo feature, like you could put pictures in the chat, because I would love to see it. What color is her hat? Her hat's yellow. It's like a light yellow. I need to change the color. Mumble, mumble, mumble. Yeah, I want to know what you drew, Elise, because that's really exciting. That's super cool. Your friend wrote a book? That's awesome. Oh, I'm doing this backwards. Are you talking about me? Why is the pen always gone? If so, thank you. And if you're not, then... Oops, excuse me. I guess I'll do the pattern. It's still super cool though that your friend wrote a book. Or is writing a book. How would I go about doing a checkered pattern? The hard way, I guess. Isn't it so nice? I should have included a link to the... It's on YouTube. Oh, that's a little mistake right there. But yeah, it's really relaxing. I listen to this particular mix a lot when I'm drawing, because it's just so... It's like familiar music, but it's like a calmer version of it, so it's not quite like so distracting as actually listening to a soundtrack. Plus, Studio Ghibli, you just can't go wrong with Studio Ghibli. I just realized that, like, you guys can see the chat 2 times because I have it open in here, so I'm just gonna make it a little smaller. This is my first time doing this, I'm sorry. I can't tell you how many tutorials I watched on YouTube to figure out how to get this all set up. Because I have no idea. Well, I do now, but I had no idea how to do any of this. I've never done anything like this before. It was really fun to figure out, though, and not actually that complicated. I'm just a little newbie. I should post on Instagram, because I have an old art account that's still, like, I don't use it. I don't know what the password is anymore or anything, but it's, like, you can still go look at it on Instagram. And I think the first digital piece of art that I ever did, I think it's still on there. And I should probably find it and post it on my Instagram. Just because I always think it's so encouraging, like, to see drawings from artists that I admire, that they drew, you know, like 2, 3, 5, 10 years ago. I am not going to tell you what the handle for that Instagram is. I don't want anybody to find that. I want to be able to share that stuff at my own discretion. But I will. I'll grab the first digital drawing I ever did from that, and I'll share it with you guys. Don't worry. But the rest of it it's too embarrassing to share beyond that. So I apologize for that, but it's out there. You could find it, but I'm not going to tell you how. Thank you for understanding. But I was saying, I think it's really, really encouraging to see pictures from artists I admire from, you know, their earlier days, from, you know, like 5, 10, 20 years ago, and just kind of see how far they've come. At first I used to like it because it was satisfying, because it was like, aha, yes, they used to be crappy, like I was. And I guess in a way that's still why it's nice. I don't know, it's just encouraging to see how far they've come, especially if you see their old art and it's like, oh, that's where I'm at now, and look at where they are now. I can get there if I just keep working really hard. I used to just get discouraged because I would look at art that I really admired, and I would just beat myself up, like, oh, why am I not there yet? Like, how come I can't draw like this yet? And I really had to work, and I still do that a lot, but I really had to work on changing my mindset. Oh crap, I started drawing on the wrong layer. Whatever. Changing my mindset from, you know, beating myself up because I wasn't where I wanted to be, and being like inspired and encouraged, like, oh, if I just keep working really hard, I can get there someday. And that really helped a lot in my growth as an artist. And also just like in my emotional stability, because Instagram used to be a really crappy place for me, because I would just go and browse for hours through all of this art that was so beautiful and just made me feel so horrible about myself as an artist, when that's not the intended purpose of it. I know that artists don't draw art to make other artists feel crappy about themselves. And yeah, changing my mind about that was really, really difficult, but really worth it. And it's still hard to do. I mean, who am I kidding? It's really hard not to get discouraged. But it's easier now that I am like aware of it. It can stop myself when I catch myself thinking like that again. Because a lot of people say to me sometimes, you know, like, I wish I, like, oh, you know, you draw really well, I wish I could draw like that. And, you know, like, you're so talented, I can't draw because every time I draw it just comes out really crappy. And I just have to tell them, like, I don't really think I have a lot of talent. I just draw a lot, and I have drawn a lot, like, every single day for a really long time, and that's really the only reason I can draw the way I draw. And it's literally just, it's so frustrating. It's how simple it is. It's literally just practice makes perfect. Like, you just have to keep at it, no matter how crappy and discouraging it is. Because when you get it right and it looks the way you want, it makes it all really worth it. I don't care what color his shoes are in the game. I'm gonna make them red because I want them to be red. I totally agree, Zobi. That's exactly it. That was a really important thing for me to learn, and I think is a really important thing for a lot of artists to learn, is that it's basically just what you said, you know, it's not a lot about trying to be able to draw like this or that person. It's about trying to draw the way you want to draw, and learning to draw because you love it, and because you want people to, like, You want people's lives to be improved. You want to make people happy. Or you want to make them think. Or you want to make them feel something. The emojis on, yeah, the emojis on the chat are not, they're not great. Oh, did you manage to post the link to the drawing release? I'll try to look at it when this is done. I'm sure it's beautiful. It sure is a lifelong journey. I don't know that anyone really gets to a point where they're completely satisfied with their work. I don't know that anyone really should, because I mean, if there's nothing wrong with being happy and satisfied with where you are, as long as you continue to want to move forward, you know? Because no matter how good you are, there's always more room to improve. What brush tool am I drawing with? Oh, I just use the default Procreate brushes. I have a couple of brushes that I downloaded because I was experimenting with pixel art a year ago, but I don't use them anymore. And then I have one custom brush that I use. So I have this custom brush that's like my like soft roundy, I guess. But otherwise I use, and I usually use that soft round one for like painting because it's really nice and blendy. But then all of the other brushes that I use are just the Procreate defaults, and the one that I use for my comics and for most of my drawing is dry ink, and then occasionally I use, I don't know how to pronounce that, Jasinski ink. I use that one sometimes just because it's like drawing with a calligraphy pen. I don't know, I really like it. And it's like partially transparent, so that can create some cool effects sometimes. But 90% of the time I just use the dry ink pen. Once in a while I use a studio pen, sometimes, but not very often. This one's my baby. have been wanting to purchase and download some of the Max Packs brushes. I don't know if you know what those are, but there's an artist on Instagram, and I'm really bad at pronouncing names. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but his first name is Max, and he makes these amazing Procreate brush packs. He spends like months developing them to make them look like, you know, like real paintbrushes or real pens. And they're really amazing, and a lot of artists use them, and I've really been wanting to buy them, but I also just kind of know that, like, I'm not gonna use them. You know, I'll download them and I'll play with them for a while, but I really don't use, like, art brushes. It's not my style. I'm glad you liked them. I've seen them. I've seen other artists use them, and I know they're amazing and really beautiful, and I'd like to get them just to mess around with them, but I would almost feel like it was kind of a waste of money just because I know I'm not going to use them, like, regularly. But then it's also like, well, it's not really a waste because I'm supporting Max, and so I don't know. I go back and forth on it a lot. Why is this being so difficult? The only thing I don't like about the dry ink pen, occasionally, is when you're trying to do, like, more detailed stuff, it is really rough, because it's supposed to look rough. But that can be kind of a hindrance sometimes. Most of the time, it doesn't bother me, but sometimes it gets really annoying. Of course, you're not typing too much in the chat. Don't feel bad. I'm like, every time you say something like, oh, thank goodness, I haven't talked for like 10 minutes. Gosh, it's already been an hour? Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm having a great time. I don't mind going for a while longer. You guys aren't too bored. I was planning on doing like 2 hours maybe. Well, I'm glad you guys are. It's really fun to chat like this. I might take a break from this one and move on to something else, just in case it's might be getting a little bit dull. I'm so glad you think it's fun. Is there anything else? I mean, I'm trying to think of interesting things we can do. Is there anything else you want to see me draw, or any other questions you have? I could talk more about like what I'm actually doing when I'm drawing, if that sounds interesting. How are you screen sharing your iPad? I actually I watched a tutorial on YouTube, and it's a program that has a free trial, and it's called, what's it called? Airserver. And it has a version for Windows 10, for Linux, and for Mac. It's it's really simple. You just download it onto your computer, and then just enter. I think you can change like what name your computer shows up as, but then you go onto your iPad or your iPhone, or I'm not really sure how it works for Android devices, but I know that on Apple products, you just go to the screen share, the screen mirroring, and you select the name of your computer, and it broadcasts the screen to the PC. And then I'm using a different program to then stream the PC screen to YouTube. And that program is a free, completely free download for the whole program. It's not a trial. You just download it and then you have it, and it's called Streamlabs OBS. And so far I'm really enjoying it. It's really simple to set up, really easy to use. This isn't sponsored, but I just really have liked it so far. And I can link the 2 tutorials that I watched. I can link those after the video's over in either my Instagram or to this video. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move on from this one for now and finish it later. Whoop. Come on. I don't know how to use groups. I don't really use them very much, so I'm just gonna do that. Let's see. Nope. What else can we draw while we're here? My favorite human Ghibli character? Oh, that's hard. That's a hard choice. Let me see if I can look. It's either, excuse me, it's either Nausicaa. You did say human, yeah, human. It's either Nausicaa or oh gosh. I think it's just one Zoe. Yeah, I think, is it Nausicaa or is it, oh gosh, I can't even remember her name. From Whisper of the Heart. Shizuku. I think it's Shizuku from Whisper of the Heart, just because I resonated so much with her, and I feel Whisper of the Heart is one of Studio Ghibli's like less magical films. I mean, it's magical, but like the actual plot of the story doesn't have like real magic in it. It's a pretty like normal like slice of life story, which is kind of why it's my favorite Studio Ghibli movie. So I think it's Shizuku. I cannot even tell you how many times I've watched that movie. Okay, we're gonna draw. I don't know if you can see that. We're gonna draw Shizuku. Shizuku Tsukushima. Maybe I'll switch up my pen this time just to show you guys that it's weird like how different my style, I think it looks different, how different my style looks when I draw with different pens. That's one of the reasons why I also only draw with a couple of different pens, because it's taken me a really long time to get like definitive styles with each of the pens I like to use. And so sometimes if I go like experiment with a new pen, it's like, oh, who's this artist? Come on, it's just a little snake board, it can't be that hard. That, thank you. I really appreciate that, Zobi. That's also been something that's taken a really long time to kind of, I don't know, master, is like figure out what's more important to me, and I have to figure out what I'm trying to say. It took me a long time to figure out the subject matter that I wanted to draw in a more cartoony style, and the subject matter that I wanted to draw in like a more realistic style, because I feel like a lot of the times it does have to do with like not just with what you're drawing, but like how you want that drawing to make people feel. Like, not that cartoony drawings can't be serious or that realistic drawings can't be silly or like invoke silly feelings, but for me personally, I feel like when I draw in a cartoony style, that's usually just what naturally comes out of me when I'm feeling happy, and when I'm not feeling happy, what comes out of me more naturally is usually more serious and more looking and more realistic, or just more painterly, I guess. So recognizing that about myself and deciding to kind of just like let that be the deciding factor. I don't know, but it's not always like that. It's still hard for me to decide sometimes which route I want to go, but it just comes with practice of disciplining yourself, kind of telling yourself when you start out like, okay, it's gonna be like this and this is how I want it, and then if you notice yourself getting off of track from that, being able to kind of reel yourself in and say like, oh no, okay, we gotta simplify this, or no, this isn't the route we're going, we've got to put in a little more effort here, make this look a little bit more realistic, and just kind of make those decisions on a day-to-day, drawing-to-drawing basis. I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm trying to make sense. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not just babbling nonsense. Nope. That's a big arm. Woo! Oops. That's too big of an arm. Jeez Louise, come on. There. I think, let's see, it's almost 6:30. I think after I'm done with this doodle, we'll do one more other thing, and then we'll say goodbye. But I'm definitely gonna do something like this again because this is really fun. Oh, goodness gracious, come on. Maybe I might love, maybe I might love you. Well, I just watched a movie recently that I hadn't seen. Ni no Kuni. It's on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's based off of a video game. And that was absolutely adorable. Loved that one. Oh, I watched Beastars, which I really, really loved. Thought that was really good. That's also on Netflix. But, I've tried out a couple of other shows, mostly animes, and haven't really gotten into anything else yet. So I'm watching Parks and Recreation for like the 6th time while I search for something else. What about you? Are you guys watching anything new and interesting? Give me recommendations. The Magicians? I don't think I've heard of that one. Or I feel like I've heard of it, but I don't really have any idea what it's what it's about. There's a couple shows that I keep like almost starting, but then not starting because I'm just like, I don't know. For some reason, I have like a really hard time getting like starting new shows, not getting into shows, but just starting new ones. I'm really picky. Sometimes I have a hard time getting into a show even if I know I'm gonna like it, because I'm like, do I want to be this emotionally invested in something right now? Is that something I want to do? Am I willing to let myself be brokenhearted again? If this ends badly? It's a struggle. NBC Sci-Fi. Yeah, I also don't have cable, so I don't watch cable television, and I don't like subscribe. I don't even know if anyone watches cable television. I don't like have NBC or anything like that. More of a book person, Elise, sorry. I've been getting back into reading in the last year or so, and I have a lot of books that I haven't read. I'm just kind of not reading them right now. I don't know why. It's like I know I like to read. I know I have fun doing it. I know that it's good for me, but I'm just not doing it. I don't really know why. And Zoe, I don't know that I can really say that there's any particular genre that I'm interested in, because I'll like say that there's particular genres that I'm interested in and then go watch and fall in love with something that's like completely outside of what I would have originally thought I would have liked. So I don't usually like stuff like sitcom style stuff like Seinfeld or Friends, stuff like that. It's not really my thing. Ooh, Speaker for the Dead is my favorite book, Elise. I'm so glad you mentioned that though. Elite Speaker for the Dead is my favorite book of all time. That the Ender's Game trilogy is they're my favorite books. I read them for the second time this year, or no, last year I read them for the second time. I should read them again. Haha. No, I should start reading books that I haven't read yet. I have a lot of books in my library that I haven't read yet. But they're my favorite books. They're amazing. I love them. They changed my life. Orson Scott Card, I think, is my favorite author, despite his sketchy personality. Okay. One more thing, and then I think I'm gonna have to sign off. You have to go eat some dinner. Maybe now's a good time. My back is starting to I feel like I'm gonna curl up into a little shell. Yeah, I think now is as good a time as any. Thank you guys so much for coming and watching and chatting with me. I had such an amazing time. And I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Bye. Wait, how do I end this? This is embarrassing.